For my Leaders in the Field presentation, I studied David Warlick. And he is absolutely a leader in the educational technology field. Here he is. So who is David Warlick? Well, he has had many professions throughout his career, beginning with being a teacher in the middle school, and he moved on to work for the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction for many years. He's been in the field for about over 30 years. He, throughout his life, has been an ed tech enthusiast, absolutely. This is one of the quotes that he has on his website. "I do not consider myself a techie. I know techies, and I am not one of them. Techies have developed wondrous machines that provide brand new means and methods for accomplishing our goals. They are highly creative and knowledgeable, and they live the technology. They are excited by the light. I, however, am excited by what we can shine that light on." And in general, David Warlick says that we should be shining the light of technology onto our students and classrooms to bring relevance and authenticity to our teaching. Right now, David Warlick is primarily a public speaker and author and blogger. He has written many books, and he currently edits the blog 2 Cents Worth. Throughout his career, David Warlick has developed many programs, some of which are still in use today. A few in the early part of his career were done for the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, where he worked for many years. And the InfoWeb and Current Awareness were developed through that organization. And Current Awareness is a database where teachers could access and search for educational publications. Basically, it was like a personal learning network, a PLN, but an earlier version of that, when the internet was just sort of coming into people's consciousness. The PyNet library is something that isn't currently used by David Warlick any longer. It exists, but it is a tool that allowed teachers to share web links that they could then use in WebQuest activities. Now, Citation Machine and Class Blogmeister are still in use today. Citation Machine is a citation creation tool, obviously, but the nice feature, and I've used it in the past, is you can search sources by their URL or by their ISBN number, and you can find the already created citation. It speeds up that process considerably. And Class Blogmeister is a safe, kid-friendly logging tool that is used in classrooms. So what does David Warlick believe about education? Well, you go to his website, or to his blog, 2 Cents Worth, at the URL listed here. There's an entry called The Purpose of Education, and it is almost, it describes exactly how he feels about education and what we should be doing for our kids. And it touches on the idea that we're no longer in this industrial age where all students that come into school are being prepared in the same way for the same type of job, where everyone needs to have the same number of skills in the same areas and be thinking in the same way. He refers to the idea of, quote unquote, installing content into our students rather than instilling in them a love of learning and a set of problem-solving skills. And he advocates for a change in education where our focus is less on this assembly line sort of tactic of teaching students and shifting that to a focus on thinking, to helping students to become engaged in their learning, to construct knowledge, and to build their understanding of what is problem solving and thinking. And so, to sum up in general, David Warlick's connection from educational technology to this idea of changing education. Education has been largely the same for many years, and for the first time, as Warlick states, we are unsure of the future our students will face. We really aren't sure what their work life will look like, their social life, etc. And technology integration, he says, is the answer to updating education and to make educational experiences as rich as the experiences students have on their own with technology on a daily basis. Warlick is very clear in his writings, in his speeches, in his blog, that we need to integrate the tools that are providing kids with these rich learning experiences that they have outside of the school environment with technology. We need to integrate those experiences into the classroom, train kids how to use technology to really truly learn and interact with new information. So what is David Warlick's impact on education? Well, based on my research, I think there are two major areas. The first of which is teacher efficiency. David Warlick was very concerned with providing teachers with practical tools to expand their resource libraries, their personal learning networks, their ability to access great information and to get engaged in a conversation about education. He wants teachers to be bold and ask the hard questions of one another so that we can all improve our craft. And then the other main area is his vision and inspiration. David Warlick's vision for the future of education is a bright one, and it's very motivating. He is a sought-after public speaker, and he provides very thought-provoking entries into social media, both on his blog, 2 Cents Worth, and on Twitter. And he really inspires educators to become involved in that conversation as much as they can. So I hope that you've seen David Warlick's true impact on education. Here are the resources that I used to put this presentation together. Thank you.